Checking the headers and the beams. You're mostly checking that the numbering is sequentially correct. As a secondary thing that you're looking for, you're making sure that all beams are accounted for. I'm not an engineer. You're probably not an engineer. However, if there should be a beam in a place where it's real obvious, either ask me or just put it there. I'll show you when we get up on the first floor. So somebody has already placed the beams. If you're not the one that's finishing the job, somebody else has already placed the beams, and you're just going. The beams are supposed to be numbered from left to right and top to bottom. So in this case, you just start up here and you're looking around for beam number 1. It's right here. Beam. These are labeled, so they always say beam by others, beam specified by others, unless there's a couple builders that do give me the actual beam sizes, in which I'll put that beam number on, but I'll still keep the note that says by others, specified by others. But for ground floor beams are B0 for ground floor, O1, O2, O3, O4. Beams up on the first floor would be number sign beam 1 for first floor, dash O1, O2, O3, etc. And if there were any beams on the second floor, which I don't know that there hardly ever are, those would have a B2 before the dash O1, O2, O3. So we're just checking for the beams that have been placed, we're just checking that they're all, that the numbering system didn't get off. So here's O1, here's O2, here's O3. There are no other beams on this floor. I know that because I did it. On this one, again, starting in the upper left rather, beam O1, O2 is here, O3 is here. Here's the beam here, there's O4. O5 is down here for the garage door. Okay, so you're working both left to right, top to bottom, and or clockwise. And anything is fine as long as you don't have like 1 down here on the front porch and 2 up here in the middle of the house and 3 over here in the garage. If you're not crisscrossing back and forth, as long as there's some systematic method to the numbering, that's fine. So 5 is over here, and then 6 along the side of the porch, 7 along the front of the porch, and 8 along the other side of the porch. Just scan everything real carefully to make sure you've accounted for all the beams. For headers, same thing. You're going upper left, first around the perimeter, and then second through the house. Beams are always either structural, like this one is structural. You got a big opening between 2 rooms. That's a structural. That's not just going to be a header. A header would be, a beam would also be on garage doors if you're carrying brick above, etc. They're structural in nature. Headers, if these were just regular garage doors, like 9-foot garage doors or 10-foot garage doors, it would just be a header, especially if they were in siding. If they were in brick, I'd put a beam. The note would say beam as opposed to header. Headers to me are for larger either sliders or French doors or triple windows or double windows, or even inside where there's larger openings between, like these, like this one right here, double door. So again, checking this is 1 up here, just going clockwise. 2, literally go around the entire perimeter. I come to this one, that's a beam, so skip that. I'm looking for 3. There's 3, header. And then here's 4 over here and 5 over here. I'm looking to account for most all of the beams and headers. I'm not there's going to be another layer after me. It's going to be an engineer that's looking at this, so he will catch anything. I'm sure there will be something with this floor line here and with the beam to carry that for the second floor, but the builder didn't tell me, and I'm not going to guess how they're going to frame this up. Up on the second floor, there were just a couple double windows on this house, I believe, and they're back here. H2 for second floor, header 2, O1, O2, and everything else was a single window, so it did not get a header. Also for this note, you're specifying in 2 or 3 locations the typical header height. So on the second floor, it's typically 8-foot tall walls and the header height is 7 foot. So I did a typical one here. There's one back here on this window, and there's one on this window back here. And on the first floor, it is 8 foot because it's not usually 9-foot ceilings. So there's an 8-foot marker there. There's one on the front here, and there's one here on the side. In addition to that, though, I'm going to, especially up on the second floor, sometimes there's different header heights. Like say this front porch was designed in such a way that it was encroaching on these windows that were up here, and the windows had to either be a different size or they had to be, the headers had to be cheated up to like 7'6" or something like that. I will literally, since I said all the windows on this floor are 7 foot, I'll literally have an eye over here at the header height and literally check each one. This is on your printed out list, so you should not have it, if as long as you're going through the list systematically and reading what it says and systematically checking them off, you shouldn't miss any. And these are all in fact at 7 foot, so we're good there. I do the same on the first floor and do the same on the second floor. If a window is different, if say these couple were at across the front were at 7'6", then I would go back to that. You got a typical header height of 7 foot here. First of all, I wouldn't even have that on those ones. I just take it off, or I'd move it to another area of the drawing where, you know, I try to triangulate. So there's one over here, there's one in the front, and there's one on the back. So, you know, I might move it over to here or something. Or just like I said, having 2 is fine also. But I would then call out, if it's a window that is not typical, I would call it out. I would, using this note, I just duplicate it and you know, say header height 7'6", header height 7'6", and just mark all these ones that are different than typical.